Hello everyone, welcome to Heart for Art. My name is Layla and today I will show you guys how to make some clean, simple, elegant farmhouse rustic home decor with items just laying around your house. I have had these items in my stash for quite a while and I decided to put them to use. So with that being said, let's get crafting. For this project, you will need 2 floor mats and some twine from Home Depot because I think it's a better deal at Home Depot if you're going to do this kind of project. I used pretty much 3.5 rolls in 2 different colors. One was more like natural and one is this dark brown color, which fits my decor better. I just connected the 2 mats on the back side with kind of like contact paper lining from Dollar Tree. It's the one that it's kind of like fabric, not the paper or the clear kind. And I just go around and I create kind of a pattern like you see right here, and I did all of it. Now mind you, this does take a long time to do, but I just cut up all the strips as I was watching a movie and I went ahead and stuck them all down. Here I am actually connecting them with twine because I just thought it needed a little something because I was going to fray the edges and I needed it to end fraying. So I went ahead and added some twine here, just some Dollar Tree regular that you get at the automotive section. And trust me, this was a lengthy project. You basically need to have time on your hand to do this. And as you can see on the back, I added that contact paper and connected all of them together. And I've been using it for about a month now, a month and a half, and it is doing fantastic. It's still stuck together. I vacuum it. My dog sleeps in it. You'll see at the end photos. He photobombed the picture I was taking for the mat. So this is his dog hair, his grooming brush. Dog hair, not his dog hair. His grooming brush. That seemed to be the best thing to use to fray the edges properly, and it was taking off all the extra jute that I did not really need. But I did unravel all of them individually. Painful, I tell you guys. The idea was great in my head, but once I started doing it, it was lengthy, but it was fun. I had movies playing in the background and I was crafting away. So I was unraveling them by hand, and as I unraveled all of them, you can see they're all kind of curly. You guys can leave them like that. It looks really pretty actually. I should have actually left it that way. It looked cuter. And then I just started brushing it to kind of, unravel everything and make it look more of a fringe than curly cues basically. So I really do enjoy this. I enjoyed this project. It was fun. And I used up a lot of my supplies that were just kind of laying around. So I hope you guys like this project as much as I did. It looks really pretty next to my door because my door is all black, and you guys will see in the end photos. In the final step, I will go ahead and add some blue tape to mark where I want to cut the frayed edges to give it a straight line, and I will do this on both sides. Use my X-Acto knife and some scissors, and this is the final reveal. In project number 2, I used some tissue paper, some stamps, some distressed inks from Tim Holtz. And I just go to town to creating kind of my faux decoupage paper. Since I didn't have anything that matched what I really wanted to do, I just went ahead and created my own, and I thought I'd show you guys how I do it. So I basically took some gift wrapping tissue paper from Dollar Tree. I cut a sheet in pretty much half, and I take my Tim Holtz distress inks and I go to town. I used the vintage photo, walnut stain, and some green colors that I have in my stash. And I just take the stamp pad directly to the tissue paper to create some, if you can notice, it's creating some lines. And I just go in every direction, and whatever the pad hits, it hits. Later on, I will take some water and I will water the paper kind of get it damp, not extremely wet because it'll rip. So just damp enough. And oh, this color, by the way, is antique linen, and it's really, really pretty. I really love this color. Okay, squirrel. Back to my thought. So I will go ahead and take, that was my daughter's hand. I will go ahead and use water and mist the whole paper, and eventually it'll kind of, all the colors will blend into each other. And the end result is really, really pretty. You guys have to just trust the process and follow along. I know it kind of looks like a hodgepodge mess right now, hot mess, but it's not. It'll turn out really pretty. So I'm kind of figuring out where my water bottle went. There it is. And I will take my pads directly to them. And I think that one was walnut stain, that color. And I just fold it and wrinkle it and just kind of play around with it. Then I will let it dry for a couple minutes, and I will use my stamps. And guys, these stamps I've had for at least 8-9 years. I don't know where I got them from. I'm pretty sure they're Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Those are the only two places I used to buy my stamps at. And I will take a archival ink, and I will stamp. This is a bird stamp sitting on a branch. It's really, really pretty. And I use also my green from Tim Holtz, and I'm stamping some script stamp here. So I just basically use whatever I have on hand and whatever the look I'm going for. That's pretty much what I do. So I will go ahead and let you guys view the process, and I will come back to explain further. Alright guys, on a quick note, there's a hole in my paper, and yes, I do know that. That was what I used for project number 3 to test it out to make sure that it does work. So what I'm doing right now is prepping for the second one that I'm going to do, and we're going to go into project number 3, and I will show you exactly how I used my faux homemade decoupage paper. Comment below and let me know if you guys like the idea of creating your own homemade decoupage paper. In this project, I'm using 4 skillets that I have that I purchased years ago from Costco. They came kind of in a gift set, and they had cookies in them, and my kids made them for Christmas and ate the cookies, and then the skillets just sat there. And instead of donating them, I decided to take them out and create home decor for my sunroom. And I'm just painting them with a beige latex paint. You can use chalk paint, you can use acrylic paints, you can use whatever paints you guys have on hand. This is what I had, and that's what I'm using. I absolutely love this color. I have my walls painted this color, so I like it for what I'm going for. So I did 4 of them, 2 coats each, and let the paint dry between each coat. Here I have the decoupage paper, and as you can see, there's the circle that I cut out, and I used the bird theme stamp, and I just decoupage it on it. And I love the fact that it has some wrinkles in it because it gives it a little bit of texture, so it's not completely smooth. It looks really pretty, very textured, and I love it. So 2 of them I'm going to do with decoupage paper, 2 I'm going to do with rub-on transfers. The ones that I have here, they're from Dollar Tree during fall. The one I'm cutting up right now is from fall. The one behind it is also from fall. You guys know the farmhouse one, are brand new. They just came out with them. So I'm just using and kind of creating whatever fancies my plate right now. So I'm just using everything that I have on hand. And I think this project actually turned out to be my favorite project. I absolutely love this project. I had so much fun doing it. And you guys don't have to use rub-on transfers. You can use, you could do 3D by adding like 3D birds on the bottom with a little bit of nest, with, you know, anything you can do on these. You can even paint them and just paint them if you guys are good in painting, which I'm not, so I'm not even going to attempt that. But so that's why I'm using rub-ons and stamps. You can actually directly stamp on them, and you don't have to create decoupage papers. So there's a bunch of ideas you guys can do. These are just a couple that I showed you that I wanted to do for my home decor. So here they are, all finished up. And this is the second one that I did. So that's the decoupage paper. In order for them to match, I am taking my Tim Holtz stamps again. Or not stamps, I'm sorry, ink pads. And I am going around the rub-on transfer ones and using the ink pad directly on it, using some water, kind of giving a distressed look to match the other the decoupage paper kind, because the rub-ons look too clean and the decoupage look distressed. Now here I'm going to show you guys a look that I did with the ribbon around it. On the welcome one, I had the twine around it. I ended up not liking it that much, so I took it off, and when I did that, it gave it a distressed look. So at the end results, you'll see that I have a distressed around the two rub-ons. And here I am adding some buffalo check from Michael's during Christmas. I got it for 90% off. And I'm just making some clean and simple bow and using some boxwood greens to add to it. And I'm dovetailing it and burning the edges so they don't fray further. And I do this to all four of them, so they all four have the same exact style. I just kept it clean and simple. And here I'm taking one boxwood, cutting it in pieces, and just adding them to the top of the bow and to the bottom of the bow. And I absolutely love this project. And here is the end result.